Thank you so much, Princess. And thank you, Vetheo, as well. Wonderful interview, as always. And Vitality gets another win on the board after a... Okay, you can fill in the A game. What word would you say? Like, you know, you can use a word like an adjective, like good or bad or interesting or...
Stressful.
Stressful. What did you say?
Happy game.
Happy game.
Happy game?
Okay.
I like that.
Good. I mean, it was kind of fun to watch.
It was fun to watch. It was exciting. I mean, it was a lot of back and forth. I thought from draft that Carzzy was going to run away with it. I really liked their draft. Same?
Yeah.
I thought it was hard.
I mean, but I think you guys played after the mid-game started. You guys looked more comfortable in the fights, looked more aggressive. I think Hilly had some really good engages, and obviously in the end you took the win. Was good, good job.
Correct analysis?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah? So how did you take the win if you were so outdrafted then?
I think we played a bit better. And also with skill, I feel like better. So if we get to late game, we had some Drakes. I feel like that's why we didn't contest the Krubis early game. We just traded Krubis with Drake and tried to get some scaling on. And yeah, I felt like we played around objectives a bit better than them. And I feel like I could flank this game so easily as well. I feel like they didn't really take advantage of it as well. So I don't know, I feel like we just out-teamed them.
Okay, you agree?
Sorry?
You agree?
Yeah, I fully agree with Hilly on everything he said.
Fully agree.
Always.
Perfect analysis.
You talk about flanking, Hilly. At the end of the game, you had a really, really good flank, and you went for bow because maybe the rest of the team was too far away. But like, can you talk to me through that flank specifically and why you then decided to go on bow? I don't know if we're gonna see it. It's probably after this.
So I was in the bush behind them, and I was already like calling about Lily and Rumble, and they were like kind of split, and my team was closer to these two people, and I feel like they need Lilia to go on our backline to play the game. So if we one-shot the Lilia, we'll just run them over, which that's what happened. So I feel like Lilia was a very important target in this game.
Yeah, that makes sense, and it worked out that way as well. The Kia player of the game is Vetheo. Yeah.
I mean, he played well.
I wish it was me.
I wish for Vitality fans, but it's not. Even if you want. Oh, the Kia Pog or the fans?
Yeah.
Both.
Both.
What?
The Kia player of the game is Vetheo.
Both?
You want the fans and player of the game? I mean, you got the win here. I think honestly, in team fights, you guys played really well. I think Vetheo, he made the Maokai Ori work somehow. He played the good Ori in team fights. So I think the player of the game makes sense, but I could see you guys also being up there for sure.
I think he played really, really well. So
Yeah.
I'm happy we won with Maokai Hari.
Yeah.
Because it's like LPL combo.
Yeah.
So
It's a known classic.
Yeah, I think Vetheo like made us go to the late game, so Carzzy can carry the late game, you know. So I can see why Vetheo take it, but I think Carzzy played like really good fights later on.
Yeah, we were talking about Carzzy in the green room a lot, weren't we?
We were actually talking about you because we were thinking, or at least I was thinking with GB, who's the best AD carry? And then I didn't think about you initially, and then I saw this game after your Xayah performance. I was like, actually, it might be Carzzy. This guy's pretty underrated,
It's like
I
if
think.
you want to win a game, if you have Carzzy on your team, you're in pretty good hands.
Yeah.
And we were theorizing that maybe people don't put you there because you're kind of goofy in interviews and you're kind of like
You're a
chill.
funny guy.
So you're not perceived as stern and serious. Do you think that's correct?
I'm possibly, yeah. Well, I am very try-hard when it comes to improving and like working hard in the team environment. But from the outside, it might look like I'm slacking maybe.
Not slacking, I think, you know, it's how people perceive it. But no, I just wanted you to know that, you know, Treats was singing your
Because I think
praises.
as an AD carry, they're seen as like the very like quiet, very hard carry type of in-game. But I think, yeah, as you said, a lot of people see you as kind of the funny guy. And then maybe therefore you get the reputation that that's not true. But I think you show in-game, obviously, that you can do it. And I think even in your losses, you've had a lot of good performances so far. And I think especially if you guys play really good on bot lane, you can actually become a very solid team, I would say. Obviously, tough start now, but there's still many games to go.
Yeah, I mean, I think so too. When me and Hilly, for example, when we were in Medlands together and we figured out the meta, what we want to play, and what's really strong right now, I didn't feel like anyone can match us. Even G2 bot lane, I really didn't feel like anyone can play against us. When we won in Spring, for example.
Yep.
But then, yeah, we are very kind of meta-dependent, I'd say.
Times change.
Yeah. So it's difficult from time to time.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment for sure. And then also the start of the split, Hilly has maybe not gone as good, I think. I mean, this is pretty good now. 2 wins eventually, but it could be a lot more. What do you think was like the biggest problem in the beginning? Or in the games you lost, I should say.
I mean, so we play with this team with Douglas and Vetheo and Photon, me and Carzzy, or like at least I play with them for first time, and I feel like it's like a long process, and we're like already learning so many concepts that we are applying in the game, and which makes me like really happy to see. But I think in the first week we were kind of like maybe too nervous or something, and it felt like we didn't really play the game in 2 of the games. We really didn't know how to execute some compositions as well. And one of the games, the whole comp was around Nami and Zerat.
Yeah.
And the Nami didn't buy the right item. So
I tweeted about that too,
So the whole composition went to hell.
Yeah.
And then we couldn't play for like 15 minutes. And when we could play, the game was kind of like over. So I think this game was on me. And the previous 2 games, I feel like we could have won, but we decided to go fast and end the game when we could have taken Drakes, and like we lost to the Giant X then as well. And I don't remember the other loss, but I think all the 3 games were like kind of unfortunate. We could have won all of them if I bought Mandate instead of Arden Sense or Nami, or if we didn't go for the end right there and then, and we just take it a bit slower, which I think we'll do right now, for example. And the other game I don't remember what I played. I played the Rakan again, I think.
It was against BDS.
Oh yeah, it was the Renata Kalista.
No, it was BDS when we were just dying all the time.
Yeah, you started dying and you didn't stop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Respectable.
That game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that game.
Happens.
But it's a weird thing when the split is so short and you want to learn so much in a short period of time. It's like you're trying to improve almost too fast sometimes, and you have to take a step back and be like, okay, let's take 1 step at a time and actually solve it kind of logically. And because when you go maybe 1-2, 0-3 in the first week, it feels very stressful to catch up 2 more weeks. But I think at least now you guys are on the correct path.
I mean, look. 2-3, 2-3, 2-3,
exactly, and also head-to-head now, obviously, against Casey.
That looks so much better.
Saved. The season is saved.
Great job. Karmine Corp, though.
Yeah, struggling.
I was like, you know, as a spectator, you kind of want to see them win at least a game or get going. And you just played them. So from what you played versus them on the Rift, can you kind of identify what you think is going wrong for them? Or?
It's really hard to say.
Yeah.
I feel like they just eventually they stop doing stuff, if that makes sense. I feel like they played like good early game. They fought around objectives, but then they just stopped doing stuff. Feels like there was no cross map, there was no trying to catch somebody on side, there was no trading. It eventually, I don't know who is shot calling or who is like leading the team, but it feels like eventually they just stop playing and trying to like trade stuff or like get advantages somehow, and they just fall behind. Or at least that's how it felt in that game. So I haven't watched their games like closely, but that's how I felt in this game.
Yeah.
For me personally, I think that it's kind of difficult for them to translate the scrim performance onto stage, because from like scrimming them, I don't think they should be. They are like the worst team in the LEC, you know. So
Who
I
is?
think. I mean,
From scrims?
at the beginning of the split, I thought that SK would be like the worst team, but they are pretty good. So.
Really? I'm hearing mixed messages. Some people are saying they were...
No, but it was just like overreaction from me.
Ah.
It was just like one scrim day, you know. But I think they are kind of good right now. I don't know. Probably like... I'm not saying anything.
This year was smurfing today again. Okay, this is for tomorrow. KC's playing Rogue, so that should work. Are they?
Casey's playing Heretics.
Oh no, Heretics! I got misinformation by my producer, John. It is Heretics. To be fair, they're both like wearing a hood.
Yeah, they are.
I can see it.
Similarities for sure.
No problem there. And who is Vitality playing? Oh, G2.
yeah.
Ouch. But you just said that you're better than their bot lane, so easy peasy.
Yeah. I mean, me and Hilly have a good win rate against
do?
G2, so It should be fine.
I don't think G2 are that oppressive right now, at least. I don't think they're winning clean games and they're stomping everyone. I feel like they're beatable right now, for sure.
Yeah, they give that impression right now, right? But maybe that's kind of the dangerous thing too.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not?
No.
But when it comes to kind of, I think you guys are ideally situated to beat them, I think, if they are in this situation, because you can really clutch it late. I mean, yourself with your flanks, Carzzy, of course. I think the team, it could work. I believe in you.
I also believe, thank you.
No problem. So that'll be it then. Vitality gets another win on the board. This is already the halfway point of our regular season. That is so crazy. It goes so fast. We have another day tomorrow. That's 5 p.m. CET. If you miss any of the action today after the LCS finishes, you can watch our rebroadcast. Speaking of the LCS, and speaking of the people over there, Jat, what is going on in LCS today?
Hello. This photo has been baffling people since it was taken. Some of us see it as the LEC MVP, and some of us see it as the LCS MVP. So which is it? Europe, North America, or both? It depends on your perspective. Today on LCS, we'll show you some narratives that are based on reality and others that are completely fabricated by a writer. At the end of the show, you'll know which is which, but be forewarned. The difference between Europe and LCS may be as indistinguishable as the difference between Inspired and Ignar. Tune in today to watch Inspired and FlyQuest face off against Immortals, or see if NRG can succeed without Ignar when they take on Dignitas. After all, you have to see it to believe it.
The question is, Elyoy coming down. That flash going to be burned early. The knockup comes through. Shattering strike there as well. Elyoy gets hooked back in. Not again! Dagda! Not again! Down Labrov is going to cover the wall. And Frescowie fails the flash. Adam matches, and with Dominus, no! Labrov!
I think they
yeah, it's good for us.
Just care front. Look cannon, join. Can you look at them? Yeah, can go Kalista.
Greedy for a bit of the extra CS gold, but Razor
is on revenge. Good tangle barbs coming through. There's a lot of poke damage. And hey, one back. It does go to Razor. Kalista getting bad as Comp is stuck in the middle with you as well. A double kill over to Noah.
Go, guys, get trolling. Okay, go ahead. Nice, commit. I'm out. I love you, Jun. Thank you for follow-up.
Park's going golden. Lineup from Hansama is there. It's clean. It's a double.
I'm looking for GPs. They're not TPing. Oh, they're TPing, guys. They're TPing here. Yeah. I'm TPing as well.
Fight, but Yike is so damn strong. In he goes. That's a very drowsy Xin Zhao. That is a very dead Xin Zhao. I'm so strong. Wait. He did? Why? Now enemy has blue buff. Giant X on the collapse though. Isma stuck around for too long. The pull back! Hits him with the Scorpion. Get over here, baby! Resources to try to find an angle back in. Jackie's on side here. Fantastic E-back. Vetheo again gonna miss! No, that's 0 for 3. That's crushing. In his own jungle, but that's the 3-man sleep. Oh, TP coming in. Eyes on this equalizer. Carzzy cut out of the bot side, and he's gonna burn to the ground. Cabo finds the angle. KC take the fight. Hillesang now running Vetheo. 2 more charges. It's time for Ari to clean up. 1 more charm in. Manages to connect. Vetheo obliterating the fight, taking down Bo. There's not enough time left in the world. This victory belongs to Vitality.